Ramadan online. Stay connected to the East London Mosque.
East London Mosque and London Muslim Centre would love to say thank you to the following businesses and charities for sponsoring our Ramadan Online 2021 programme: Islamic Relief, Muntada Aid, Global Relief Trust, Penny Appeal, Muslim Aid, Human Relief Foundation, Muslim Burial Fund, Irani Taylor Solicitors, City Realtor, AWMA Architecture.
And we call to you with the knowledge that I see.
Assalamu alaikum, we are the Azharis, and today I have with me.
Abdulrahman and Azharis.
And you?
Abdullah, Azhari, Rex and Stegosaurus.
And I'm also joined by.
Mariam and Azharisaurus.
Good. Now today's episode is a different story about the Prophet Musa AS when he went to Pharaoh. Now he kept calling Pharaoh to believe in Allah. Abdurrahman, do you think Pharaoh believed in Allah? No, he didn't. If you walk in sand, okay, what happens?
You get sand in between your toes and sometimes it gets stuck to your feet.
Okay, but what happens to the sand?
And sometimes you get stuck in the sand.
Sometimes you get stuck in the sand. And it leaves a
Mark.
a footprint. So, Mariam, let's say if you had to escape a bad person, would you escape in the nighttime or the daytime?
Nighttime.
Why?
Because at nighttime people are sleeping.
Good,
It's unlikely they'll be awake.
good. So Musa alayhi salam, he went at the night time with all of his people. He went at night and they all exited and ran away. Then when Pharaoh woke up in the morning, Abdurrahman, he saw that there was nobody there. And he became very angry like this. Look at my angry face. Yeah. Now, let me see your angry face, Maria.
No, thank you.
Can I see your angry face?
No, thank you.
Let's see your angry face.
No.
I know you have one. I've seen it. Abdurrahman's angry face.
This is my
Oh, that's scary.
this is my annoyed face.
That is your nose.
My angry face.
Wow, this is very scary. Okay. So Pharaoh, he sent a huge army. Okay, good stuff. It's scary. Okay, so Pharaoh. Okay. So look at everybody at home's watching you now. Look. Okay, now do your smiley face. Good. So Pharaoh went with this huge army to run after Musa alayhi salam, and there were hundreds and thousands of people in his army. And then, do you know what happened? They got to the sea, and Musa alayhi salam's people were right in front of the sea.
But the bad people were going on horses.
Yes, they were all on horses.
And then Musa opened the sea with his stick.
Yes, nearly coming to that. So when Musa's people saw that Pharaoh was right behind them, maybe like right
They
behind
panicked.
them.
The person at the back was like whispering to the other person in a panic voice, "They're chasing after us.
Yes.
What are we going to do?" Then it went to the top of the line, and the person at the top of the line said to Musa, "The people are coming. Pharaoh's here. What shall we do?"
Good.
And then everybody had now heard about it, and everybody was panicking. Musa said, "Don't worry, I got my Lord with us."
I got my Lord in. Excellent. Now, Maryam, did you know there's a dua that if you make it, Allah protects you from shaitan, and shaitan will be far away from you?
No.
Okay, Abdurrahman.
Yeah, I know that because the Pharaoh died in the sea.
Yes, okay, that's fine. But there's a dua that I'll give you a clue. Tell everybody at home if you know this. It's a dua for when you leave the house. Do you know it?
Bismillah.
Yeah.
Bismillah. Wala.
Bismillah. No.
Wala.
Bismillah tawa.
Qultu ala wa la hawla wa quwwata illa billah.
Excellent. So that is the dua, everybody. So if you want to be protected and have shaitan far away from you, you say Bismillah tawakkaltu ala Allah wa la hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. So I want everybody to remember that. Back to the story of Musa alayhi salam. Who wants to use the Azhari pads? Yes. Okay, pass the Azhari pads, Mari.
We're at home with the Azharis.
Now, everybody watching at home, I want you to open up your workbooks, go past the sticker page, go past the reward chart, and go to the last page for this particular episode. What you'll see there is your Azhari pad. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain a word to the Azharis here, and I want you as well to draw the word I'm going to explain. You will have 10 seconds, just like everybody here. And let's see if you can race and beat the Azharis to draw the best picture in the quickest time. If you don't have the workbook, it's not a problem. You can always do it on a piece of paper or anything else that you have at home. So, everybody at home, there is 10 seconds, okay? You can have 10 seconds to draw something. And what I'm going to ask you to draw is, you ready, Abdullah?
Yeah.
You ready, Abdurrahman? Ready, everyone at home? 10 seconds to draw.
That's so unfair. You said it to everybody else.
Because I know you're ready, because you're the oldest. You're always ready.
I know.
Okay, so
Not myself.
10 seconds to draw the tallest thing that you can think of. Ready, steady, Bismillah. The tallest thing you can think of. Only 10 seconds, everybody. Okay, let's have a look. Mariam, what do you have? Show everybody at home.
I have the Eiffel Tower in France.
Okay, Abdullah, what do you have?
The tall's legs are too long to fit in the thing.
Mr. Tall's legs. Wow. Abdurrahman, that's very low, tall. What is that?
A tree.
A tree. Wow, I like that. That's amazing.
Mr. Tall's legs are taller than a tree.
Okay.
A tree is like the size of an ant for me. No, it's this big.
Okay, so let me tell everybody at home the answer, okay?
My tree's that
So
big.
whatever the tallest thing is that you have, imagine the tallest mountain you have, okay? The waves, okay? The waves in the sea went so high. They were like the tallest mountain that you could even imagine.
Wow.
And Pharaoh was there with his horses. How many horses do you think he had?
زدني علما.
How many? You said there was 100,000 people.
100,000,
so that means
yeah.
there's 100,001 because plus Pharaoh.
Okay, so there were about 100,000 horses. Okay, now, Pharaoh, after he saw Musa alayhi salam, as Abdurrahman you said, the sea opened, Musa alayhi salam went through.
Musa alayhi salam went through with his goodies.
With his good...
With his goodies. His goodies. And then the baddies died because the sea closed.
Exactly. So the baddies, who is, what's his name, the bad man? Pharaoh said, we can go through the sea as well. So before we finish the story, who wants to do competition time? Hands up. Okay, everybody, competition time.
We're at home with the Azharis.
Now, everybody watching at home, I want you to open up your workbooks, go past the sticker page, go past the reward chart, and go to the last page for this particular episode. What you'll see there is competition time. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask a question, and in your workbooks, you'll find two possible answers. I want you to circle what you think is the correct answer as quick as you can. And let's have a competition and see if you can beat the Azharis here. I'm going to ask them the same question as well. It's 2 points for every correct answer. Now, if you don't have a workbook, it's not a problem. You can write down the answer on a piece of paper or anything else that you have at home. So everybody at home, competition time. The first question for today, and Abdurrahman, you're being brave again and starting on 0, aren't you? Okay, the first question today. How many rakas are there in Salat al-Fajr?
زدني علما.
Is it 2 or is it 4? If you think it's 2, that's number 1. If you think it's 4, that's number 2. How many rakas in Salat al-Fajr? Is it 2 or is it 4? Okay, let's have a look. What do you have? Number 1, so that's correct, it's 2. Mariam?
Number 1.
Number 1, Abdurrahman? Number 1. Are you waiting for them to say the answer first and then doing yours? Is that yes or no? Okay, all right. Well, I'll let you off. We'll be generous. Okay. Everyone got the answer right, mashallah. So everyone moves up the leaderboard. Let's move on to the next question. Right. Okay, question number 2, everybody at home. Which hand do we eat with?
زدني علما.
Is it our right hand
Or actually, let me rephrase that to make it a bit harder. Is it our left hand, number one, or our right hand, number two? Our left hand, number one.
I didn't hear the question.
Which hand do we eat with? Our left hand, number one, or our right hand, number two? Abdurrahman, number two.
Two.
Number two, Mariam?
Two. I mean two.
So the answer is number two. Everyone got the answer right, mashallah. So everyone moves up the leaderboard. Let's move on to the next question. Now, when we leave our house, everybody, this is question number 3, a little bit harder. When we leave our house, what foot do we leave our house with?
زدني علما.
Do we exit with our left foot, with our right foot? Right is number 1, or left is number 2? Right is number 1, or left is number 2? What foot do we leave our house with? Is it our right foot or our left foot? Okay, let's have a look, Mariam. What do you think it is? Is it right or left foot? Right is number 1. Okay, so you said right foot. Abdullah?
2.
You said left foot. Abdurrahman, what do you think it is? 1. Okay, so the answer is our left foot. So Abdullah was the only one to get that right. Abdullah was the only one to get it right. So he moves up the leaderboard. Now, who remembers at home the dua for when we leave the house? Abdurrahman, remind everybody at home. Look over there, tell everybody at home. What's the dua for when we leave our house?
Bismillah tawakkaltu ala Allah wa la hawla wa quwwata illa billah.
Excellent. So, whenever we leave our house, we should always say that dua. Now, what happens when we say that dua? Allah will protect us. Good. Good. I don't know about that, but yeah. Okay, now Abdurrahman, wait. I need to ask you a question. Did Pharaoh believe in Allah?
No.
No, he didn't. What do you think Pharaoh said, Mariam, when the waves were coming down, the huge mountains,
I know
water
this
was coming over him?
I know. He was like, I believe in Musa's God. I believe in Allah.
Good. Now, Abdullah.
But while he was doing that, I've heard my friend say, Angel Jibreel was the angels were stuffing mud into his mouth.
Yes. So Pharaoh.
Banks of the river.
Yes. So Pharaoh couldn't say that he believed in Allah, and it was too late, wasn't it? He said it's too late for him to say he worships Allah, isn't it, Abdurrahman? So, Abdullah, what does it mean if we say we worship Allah?
زدني علما.
Am I cold? Okay, sorry. What does it mean when we
very
say
cold.
we worship Allah? Tell me.
What did you know?
If we say we worship Allah, what does that mean?
That means we have to pray, make dua, fast, and everything that he asked us to do.
Excellent. Now,
Giving charity.
excellent. So,
Do that.
okay.
I
All right.
believe in Allah.
Believe in Allah. Okay, you ready for our Azhari pad question?
We're at home with the Azharis.
Abdurrahman, you ready for Azhari pad question?
All day. That's it.
Everybody at home, Azhari pads 10 seconds to answer this question, or to draw the answer. In Ramadan, Abdurrahman, you ready? In Ramadan, okay, draw something that we do to worship Allah. Ready, steady, Bismillah. Something we do to worship Allah. Draw something that we do, especially in Ramadan. What do we do more of in Ramadan? What do you think, Abdurrahman? Only got 10 seconds, guys. Okay, let's have a look. What do we have here?
Read Quran, and fast.
Read Quran and fast, but why have you drawn a picture of pizza?
I drew a picture of someone reading Quran.
That looks like pizza. All right, Mariam, what do you have?
So this is a person praying Tarāwīh.
Okay, very good. Abdurrahman, what do you have? You have, what was this? What is it?
Numbers.
Okay, maybe we'll do more work in Ramadan, is that it? Okay, you could do more work in Ramadan. Right,
Do precisely
okay.
more work
Now,
in Ramadan.
Ramadan, remember, as Abdullah said, is the month of the Quran. So we always want to increase more of our Quran in Ramadan. So that brings us to the end of this episode, where we learned that Allah can protect us from shaitan. And one of the ways we can have this protection is when we say the dua before or when we leave the house. Excellent. So everybody say Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum.
Ramadan Online. Stay connected to the East London Mosque.
When I think of London, I think of the big man, think of London Eye. But one of the most recognized iconic now an element that is connected to London is this beautiful masjid, the East London Masjid. It's been over 100 years of services and 100 years of representing Islam here in England and representing the Muslims in London specifically. I'm very proud of the work that they do. Every time I visit the masjid and every time I come, I care to visit the masjid and pray here. I believe the role that this masjid play is just way beyond a place where people pray 5 times a day. It's a place where brotherhood is made. It's a place where Muslims come together and socialize together in a very positive manner that encourage them to be better people, better citizens, better Muslims. And also it's a place where non-Muslims come to get to know about Islam, to ask about Islam. It's a very friendly environment, very appealing to the eye, well constructed, mashallah. I'm very, very proud of the work that they do, and I'm proud of the community here supporting this project for all these years. And I, inshallah subhanahu wa ta'ala, expecting nothing less but more support for this beautiful place. And I'm one of the people who always will support it. Please make sure that every time you come to London or pass by this place, you come, you pray, you support. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.